Welcome back, everyone, to Every Way Woman. Now, after all the talking with our fabulous guests this morning, guess what? It's time to eat, right? All right, so as part of one of our segments here on Every Way Woman on entertaining at home for the holidays, we have pastry chef Marissa Sharon here with us. So Marissa, thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Now, one of the things going on, holiday season, I would say it's official, right, ladies? It's kicked off. We have Christmas shopping happening, but we have, back to school, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Every single holiday I feel like you can think of. And with that comes a lot of parties. But it's still kind of, an economic, like kind of tough times, recession type of thing. So I know we're all kind of looking for tips and snacks and treats that you can have, desserts in particular, that you may be able to have that aren't so costly. So I hear you're the woman to go to for that.
The best thing you can do with holiday entertaining is just to try and keep it super, super simple. So what I brought with me is a tarte tatin, which is a great dessert. It has 4 ingredients: butter, sugar, frozen puff pastry, and whatever fruit you choose to use. Typically, it's made with apples, but you can also do it with peaches, plums, or bananas. I've done variations with pears, so it's really simple.
That sounds delicious already. And I don't know about you guys, but I like saying the name. Let's all say it. Tarte tatin. Tarte tatin. Okay, no. So I need you guys to join with me. There's it rolls.
You say it so nicely.
Tarte tatin. I'm like, yes. And I feel like, this is very impressive when you have people over, or if you're dating a new guy and you're like.
They're absolutely beautiful.
Right.
It looks.
It's classic French, so it has that nice fancy sound to it. It'll definitely impress your guests. People will love it. And it's something that almost anyone can do. Really, really simple steps. Just making caramel, which sounds more complicated than it is, butter and sugar in a pan until it turns brown.
So what's great is, and we'll get right to it, but what's fantastic is, from what I'm getting is, it sounds fancy, it looks yummy, but it's super easy to make, right? Which is awesome. All right, you guys, well, I think we actually want to know how we actually get from that step to this.
To this
so
step.
Take me there.
Easy.
Okay.
You have to have a cake pan.
Okay.
8-inch cake pan, really simple. No need to prep it. You take your butter and sugar, put it in the pan, and put it on medium heat, probably for about 3 to 4 minutes until it turns a nice golden brown. Carefully, it's going to be super hot. Pour that caramel into the pan.
You're going to stir it together?
Stir very minimally. The sugar is going to liquefy once it gets to the point where it's going to caramelize. And so it'll all kind of come together and bubble on its own. And when you pour it into the pan, super careful, because it's very, very hot. Sugar's burning. That's how it caramelizes, is it's being overcooked. So it is really hot. If you get it on your skin, not good.
And how much butter and sugar are you supposed to put in the pan?
What you're going to use is 1/3 cup of butter and 1 1/3 cups sugar.
Okay.
And just so that you guys know, because I know this is a lot of information coming for the girl that makes good reservations but doesn't necessarily cook, all this information is available online on everywaywoman.com and, of course, on Marissa's website herself. She's been fantastic to put it up with photos, too, right? On marissasharon.com. So if you're at home, don't worry. You can sit back, relax, and hear us talk about it, but know that the stuff is there for you to resource later. So now tell me a little bit more. Once we're at that step, it's really hot. That's kind of where we're at, right?
Yes.
Then what happens?
Once you've poured it into the pan, you have to prepare your fruit. So if you're using apples, cut it into maybe about 8 to 10 pieces. Bananas, 1-inch slices. Peaches and plums also cut to about the same size.
Okay.
You want to arrange it really beautifully inside the pan. I like to do a circular pattern on the outside and then kind of a pinwheel coming towards the middle.
So presentation here is key.
Right.
Right. And then all these ingredients are pretty easy, things either you already have at your home or that you could get rather inexpensively at the store, right?
Exactly. You can make this for under $10.
Did you guys hear that? Under $10. How awesome is that? I think even a coffee costs more these days in LA. So that's perfect.
And then everybody's going to be bragging about you the whole entire party.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. And all you do then is you cut your puff pastry to fit inside your pan, pop it on top, and throw it in the oven for about 20 minutes.
And then during that time, you could be kind of on your main course or kind of cleaning things around.
Exactly.
Because as a host, you're kind of always on the move, right?
Right. And you can prepare your caramel and your fruit ahead of time and put the puff pastry on right before you're ready to serve and then bake it then as well.
And the caramel, you said it was easy, but how easy is easy? How do we prepare that really?
What you do is while it's in the oven, the caramel is going to bake along with the fruit. The fruit's going to absorb that nice, rich, dark caramel flavor. Puff pastry is going to bake up on its own. Nothing you have to do, just thaw it out and put it on. And then once you're ready to serve, take your platter, put it underneath the pan, and flip it over.
And perfect. And just with that, then it's ready, right?
Yep.
All right, done and done. All right, you guys, well, we're going to go to commercial break because I'm going to share a little secret. I'm gonna take a bite. Yeah, I want one. All right, so make sure that you guys actually stay tuned, and we'll be seeing you in a little bit right after this commercial break. And I have to tell you guys, during the commercial break, I took full advantage of the fact that we had these lovely, what, ladies? Tart-ta-tans. My favorite word. And actually ate one, and it is delicious. So I wish you guys could all be here to enjoy it as much as I did, but sadly, you're gonna have to make some at home, and maybe you'll invite us over. All right, and if not, you could at least invite us over by checking us out online. So make sure you log on to everywaywoman.com and find out more about our next show, and of course, about all our fabulous guests. Marissa, thank you once again for being here, and also thanks to Sherry, and actually Cherie, and also to Ani, and on behalf of Charlotte, Holli, and myself, thank you so much for joining us here on Every Way Woman. We'll see you next time.